looking at Greenland and say, I like it. I want to take it for mine. That is a very colonized.
You have said you are trying.
I have never ever said we're going to go to Greenland and quote colonize it or steal it.
You're not a member of government, so you're irrelevant at that point. I'm talking about the president of the United States doing that.
You got fired from your job.
You can agitate.
Scott, if you want to engage in personal insults,
I don't, but you do.
You lack in the legit.
After you just told that man he was irrelevant, right? So yeah, like Tiffany Cross knows better than this, okay? Like, don't start. You called a whole man. You sat here like you're irrelevant in this. Like, you know, just that word itself, irrelevant. Like, of course he's going to. What he did was he reacted off of a reflex. Okay, so this is Scott Jennings basically handing it to Tiffany Cross the way she deserves to have it handed to her. I'm sorry, I don't have any, like, when I listen, oh my God, Tiffany Cross, when she speaks, I have no respect for her. I don't. She's still the same angry black woman that she was before, and I don't know why. Like, why do we have to constantly fall into that stereotype, right? Because I know a lot of happy black women, number one. Number two, you are a blessed black woman. So why are you talking like this to this man? So, yeah, you caught it. I don't agree all the time with everything Scott says, but let's just enjoy this nummy. Let's take it from the top. Now, this clip itself is only like 35 seconds long, so we're going to watch also Bill Riley explain how this happened and, you know, and go from there. But I think it was brilliant. I do. We'll bring it back from the top, and let's go.
Take it for mine. That is a very colonized.
You have said you are trying.
When they're looking at Greenland and say, I like it. I want to take it for mine. That is a very colonized.
You have said you are trying.
I have never ever said we're going to go to Greenland and quote colonize it or steal it.
You're not a member of government, so you're irrelevant at that point. I'm talking about the president of the United States doing that.
You got fired from your job.
You can agitate.
Scott, if you want to engage in personal insults,
I don't, but you do.
What you lack in a legitimate point, you make up for in personal insults.
I don't. You
personal insults. The point I am making is in this new world order, we are looking at countries, whether or not they're an adversary or ally, it is being determined on what kind of deal we can get. And we cannot govern, we cannot legislate that way. We are increasingly isolated on the world stage.
No, we're not.
So if you want to engage in personal insults,
we're not
if I were you, I would reserve that for your party.
Before we get to Bill O'Reilly, I want you guys to watch it again because you will see that she calms down, though. Because she knew she took it too far by saying he was irrelevant. And, you know, look, and she's no better, too, because she's lying. She keeps doing this, oh, it's a colonizer mindset. Dude, be quiet. I mean, y'all still coming here with this 2016 rhetoric, bro. It is not about colonization of Greenland. Number one, that's the rhetoric that Trump is giving for people to talk and have fun with it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I've gone and done the research because I haven't with this. Like, with the tariffs, I was on it. Like, okay, why is this happening? And I figured out, like, oh, okay, China's holding down, you know, ports, and now they have to get China because of that. But with this, I have not looked to see what the underlying reason is about it, and there is an underlying reason, but they give you the chum in the water to fight about things like colonization. Like, really, Tiffany? And so if you even cared about reality and facts, and the way you're rattling off to Scott, who, by the way, is doing the same thing too, right, by not giving the full story, okay, you would give the full story. But let's watch it because you're going to see she de-escalates. She calms down. It struck her.
colonizer.
You have said you are trying.
I have never ever said we're going to go to Greenland and quote colonize it or steal it.
You're not a member of government, so you're irrelevant at that point. I'm talking about the president of the United States doing that.
You got fired from your job.
You can agitate.
Scott, if you want to engage in personal insults,
I don't, but you do.
What you lack in a legitimate point, you make up for in personal insults.
I don't. You
personal insults. The point I am making is in this new world order, we are looking at countries, whether or not they're an adversary or ally, it is being determined on what kind of deal we can get. And we cannot govern, we cannot legislate that way. We are increasingly isolated on the world stage.
No, we're not.
So if you want to engage in personal insults,
we're not
if I were you, I would reserve that for your party.
Okay. So Jennings is wrong to say you were fired from your job because it had nothing to do with the conversation whatsoever. Nothing. You know, I'm looking at the transcript here, and Ms. Cross says you're not a member of government, so you're irrelevant on that point. I'm talking about the President of the United States. And then Jennings goes, oh, you got fired from your job. Well, talk about, a non sequitur. And once you get into the personal stuff, and it's all over the internet, you guys know that, you lose credibility with me because your argument should be stronger. You don't need to get that personal stuff, right? Now, I don't agree with Tiffany Cross on anything, and if I ever debate her, I will do it on facts. Trump's not going to seize Greenland. That's ridiculous. He's going to do what he did with Panama. They just made a deal on Wednesday. And I told you they would make the deal. He's not going to.
I got to figure out what deal they made with Panama, because that's absolutely odd to me, because I don't think that China's budged from that port over there, the Panama Canal. With that said, look, Bill's not going to understand. She used the word irrelevant for a reason. And she knew to use it to say irrelevant to the point. She knew that word was going to get to him. And yes, he took the bait. Sometimes you just take the bait. You just do. And you enjoy it, right? And maybe, of course, we don't want to act like that, right? And say, well, you got fired. But yo, man, you come. I didn't send for you, so why are you coming for me? That's how I look at it. But Bill, he's looking at it on a very professional level. Like she said, irrelevant to the point. But she was also coming for him. She's got his finger wagging in his face the whole time they were talking. She's got an attitude. Look, he doesn't know. He doesn't know if she's being regular or if they're in battle. She looks like she's in battle. And before, because I want to see, you know what, Bill actually shares a time when something like this happened to him, and I just kind of want to skip over to that because I like Bill O'Reilly and I think he's funny.
The O'Reilly factor. And he denied any culpability. Go.
This industry declined 90%. 90%. Oh, none of this was your fault. Oh, no. People lost millions of dollars. It wasn't your fault. Come on, you coward. Say the truth.
Coward.
You're a coward. You blame everybody else. You're a coward.
Here's the problem with going on your show. You start ranting, and the only way to respond is almost to look as boorish as you.
Okay, that's legitimate. I was wrong. I should not have done that. But I was so angry about Congressman Frank denying, and he had direct oversight to all of these government mortgage programs. It was him that was promoting these risky loans, and he denied every part of that. No responsibility. I was like this, and you could see it. But I should not have called him a coward. I shouldn't have done it. I didn't lose my temper, but I displayed my temper. And therefore, my point was lost. And his side said, oh, look at that O'Reilly. He's boorish, he's this, he's that. And they gave me an excuse not to deal with me. So that was a mistake on my part. I learn from my mistakes. Now, sometimes I get rough. You guys know that, because I have to get rough. Somebody lies to you because when I'm interviewing somebody, they're talking to you. If they lie to you, I'm calling them out. Sorry. I don't care about ideology. I want people to disagree with me. I get the smartest people I can get to go on and debate me about very important issues. I want that. I'm not offended. And that's disappeared, and you know that. If you watch cable news and network news, it's now everybody agrees, whoever the host is, liberal or conservative, everybody else agrees with that person. So boring. So boring. But getting back to Jennings, people make mistakes on the air. He made a mistake. I hope he learned from the mistake. I made a mistake with Barney. Now, this is an interesting question. How
So, all right, all right, let's hear his question.
much remorse did I feel? Not a lot. I got to tell you the truth.
Of course he did. This is the same guy. But this guy, I'm sorry, I like Bill O'Reilly. I'm pretty sure I don't agree with him on a lot of things because Bill O'Reilly is a very smart man. And I understand that he understands Trump's mindset, but he just always leaves out the factor of the variable of who is surrounding Trump. That question for him, it's it's a non-existent thing, and he actually thinks that Trump is on his own. But other than that, I have respect for Bill O'Reilly. Obviously he was on here forever, but he was the guy who was like, F it, we'll do it live. Like every chance I get to share that video, like I just like I feel. Let me just go ahead because I was gonna be like, look, but at the end of the day, you know, Tiffany, like, just we'll look at her stance real quick, and I am gonna share the We'll Do It Live video. I'm sorry, Carol. Like, come on, how is a person talking to you? Their finger keeps wet. Like, I mean, there's no need for that type of, you know, body language, bro. Like, it's too, it's already aggressive.
But you
what
do.
you lack in a legitimate point, you make up for in personal
I don't. You
personal
do.
insults. The point
All
I am
right, so maybe, you know what? All right, I'll give it even before it happened.
Greenland and quote colonize
I'm
it
not
or
even talking
steal
about
it.
you.
That's
You're not
crazy.
a member of government, so you're irrelevant at that point. I'm
But you
talking
can
about the
ag-
president of the
you can
United States
agit-
doing
You got
that.
fired from your job.
You can agitate.
That's a shame. Poor thing. She really felt some. I mean, hey, you know, it's a shame. Well, let's just.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know whatever it is. It's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do, it's a video, Sting video.
What is
For credits.
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
It is brilliant. I mean, it's just, you wouldn't have known all of that other stuff, right? We'll do it live. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.